Hello everyone, welcome back for more Chalice dungeons. Today we're going down to Central Pthumeru. This requires 6 Depth 2 Ritual Bloods and of course Blood Echoes, which you shouldn't have any trouble getting from the fixed Layer 1 Pthumeru dungeon. Now, Depth 2 dungeons are roughly on par with early New Game. Maybe not quite as hard. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been here. But yeah, once again, checking the hallway for balconies and stuff. But we'll see. See what new surprises this area has for me. I do know of one new enemy we're going to see here that's a colossal pain in the ass if you're not very careful with them. Oh god, I can hear the bell ringing bitch already. Are you a surprise? Yes, you are. I can fucking see the bitch already. See that? Even these pathetic little shits can do an enormous amount of fucking damage if you're not careful. Seriously, you're gonna throw shit at me? Please move. There. I need to be dealing with a bunch of assholes throwing shit at me. But yeah, I think Depth 2 is definitely more level appropriate for me at 46 than Depth 1 was. As much as you really want to kill those Bell Maidens and stop them from spawning enemies, you don't want to just blindly run in, making a beeline for her at the cost of ignoring everything else completely. Because that can get you just as dead as she can, if not more so. And the more you play these dungeons, the more you start to recognize the component rooms that make them up. Okay, now I'm pissed off. Hit this asshole now! I cannot wait till I get my strength up to 30 and find that fucking cannon. I'm gonna have so much fucking fun when I have my cannon. Don't do that, asshole. Let's see how many visceral attacks it takes to kill this prick. Nope, still one. At least as far as those enemies are concerned, this place is still easier than New Game. Another thing you want to be careful of when entering rooms like this that have no proper ceiling, you want to look up and make sure there aren't any spiders dangling from the ceiling, because they will surprise you. Definitely play with the sound on, because those audio cues can save your ass. my way of exploring these Chalice dungeons is to basically keep count of how many doors are in each room and make sure I check them all. I generally go through doors that are already open before opening any new ones up. That way I can remember which ones I've been through. But then again, they also have, like, messengers outside the doors sometimes that mark where you've been and where you haven't been. How did I miss that shit my first time through here? Okay, so we've been here, and all the other connecting rooms. There's just that one closed door in that T-shaped hallway left to explore. I tend to remember things visually, so mapping out this stuff in my head isn't all that difficult for me. Basically, my system is when I go into a new room, I circle around the outer perimeter counterclockwise. Like, go to the right, go through that door, check that room, and then come back to this room, go to the next one. I usually do that with, like, the main starting room, especially if it's a big, empty hall. That way I can keep track of where I've been and where I need to go. Oh, right. I saved my bullets. Oh, fuck. Wow, I'm one-shotting the dogs. Well, I guess that was a counter damage bonus for me then. Makes the difference between one-shotting and two-shotting. Always keep an eye out for dead bodies laying around that aren't dead. I hate it when they have light like this that looks like a fucking item. Okay, timing. Finally. I only had to use up every single blood bullet. Bring Blood Gemstone 3. Ooh, definitely gonna slap that one on. Also be careful when you're in big rooms like this, going for a switch or a sarcophagus treasure chest. Check either side for coffins on the wall, because sometimes they'll have little surprises ready to spring out at you as soon as you go to flip the switch or open the chest. Should have checked for spiders. But no, the red phantom spiders that the Bell Maidens summon are by far the worst. At least as far as bugs are concerned. Now we're certainly going to find more bonus areas in this dungeon, because this is where we get the Hintertomb Chalice. Okay, what do you got for me? Pyromancy Wolf. That was a 5-hit combo. Either parry him or get the fuck out of the way. Headbutt with a very long wind-up. Down, boy. Yeah, that 5-hit combo of his is spaced out enough that you can't just randomly spam bullets. You have to actually time your shots, and it can stun lock you pretty bad. The jump attack is definitely the easiest to parry. Now we're getting into the fun stuff. Before you go into the bonus area, you should always hit the lantern on this floor, so you're not if you die, you're not having to take that stupid elevator ride again. Check for cubby holes. See a scorpion in there. Be careful around these scorpions because when you kill them, they explode poison. Oh my god. Most annoying part about these guys is they have a running attack where they'll basically just charge right at you with an active attack box. Like this. Like if he touches you, you get hit. And sometimes you'll find some really nasty looking ones. See? Sometimes you'll find some really nasty looking ones that have like a swarm of baby scorpions on their back. Scattered armor and corpses of medieval warriors who were exploring these tombs in ages past. I actually based a character around these guys. Oh! Before I leave this room, you should always take note of the layout of this particular room, no matter what floor you're coming at, because this is a 3-floored room. We got the basement area, which is like an arena down here, the ring on the 2nd floor, and the arched bridges on the top 3rd floor. Now, sometimes there won't be a 2nd floor. It'll just be like the bottom and then the arched bridges on the 2nd floor, depending on the layout of the dungeon, because rooms like this come in different variations. Sometimes there'll be 2 floors, sometimes there'll be 3 floors, sometimes maybe just 1. But you start to recognize the patterns. So it's a good idea to like look up and check for doors if you can see them, so that you know you'll have to come back here eventually. This room you want to be careful of. We've got platforms on either side, and a drawbridge connecting the two once we activate it. And in the open area in the middle, they usually put those oil pots, and then they'll have enemies up top that throw Molotovs at you that can really fuck up your day if you use like, oh, look at all these oil pots. I think I'll stand here for 10 seconds until I explode. Don't do that. And the occasional surprise coffin over in these corners. Pays to be observant. Just gonna run through here, see if I can trigger these guys. Boom. Those guys are also really good at dodging. Oh my god, you're gonna fucking kill me. Okay, we need to leave. We need to leave now. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. And he's crouched down trying to find me. Fucking little shit. Okay. And also be careful because sometimes they will have cannons up there to shoot at you. And unlike you, they can actually aim where their cannonballs go when they use them. Big problem for you, but not quite so useful when you get to use it. Unless the enemy happens to be standing right in front of it. I actually did that once with a blood bug. I got him to chase me right into the line of a fucking cannon and popped him right in the face in the middle of a jump attack. I can already hear this goofball stuck to the ceiling. Be careful of these guys on the basement floor, especially in tunnels and under bridges. Because once they latch onto your head, you are severely fucked. Oh crap, I only have one. My favorite strategy for dealing with these guys... I apparently am not allowed to lock onto this guy. Get just close enough to get them to drop, or if it lets you lock onto them. Oil urn and Molotov. Done. Because those guys have a lot of physical defense, and just running in and trying to beat the shit out of them is going to take a while. And they have some pretty strong attacks even if they don't land on your head. Which mainly involved flailing around a little chunk of blade that they apparently have. I can already hear another interesting little trap room that we're going to have fun with. Always look for assholes. Again, snaps to his feet as soon as I attack him, even though he was laying down. Oh, hello. I did not see you there. And the thing is, when enemies are laying on the ground or sitting down like that, you can't lock onto them, so coming in here and just mashing R3 isn't going to find them for you. If you can hear enemies immediately outside a door, sometimes you should attack it to try and draw enemies to it and attack them through the door. That's another good thing about the saw cleaver. It doesn't matter what form it's in. It doesn't give a shit about walls. It will not be deflected. Okay, there's got to be someone on the floor above or below making all that fucking noise. They've got to be... Yeah, it's the room directly above this on the 3rd floor. That's where the Hintertomb Chalice is, and there's a shit ton of enemies guarding it. Once I open that door, they're going to be flooding out of there in my face. Just hear them all up there. Give me the fist. The fist. You're not giving me the fist, I'm just gonna beat you to death. There we go. Remember, you can hear those dogs up there, so remember, shoot first, bark later. Okay, no one on this side. Now, this room will always have a 3rd floor with the switch that activates the drawbridge, assuming there is a drawbridge to be dropped. Now, this isn't doing my weapon durability any favors, but Durability isn't a very big problem in this game. I do not want to open up that door without killing at least a few. Okay, they're not cooperating, so I'm going to go somewhere else for a bit first. And here we are up on the second floor, and it's a useless dead end. No doors. But I hear someone up on the third floor who wants to be a little prick. Luckily, at this distance, his aim isn't all that great. And they can hit you through that fucking door, so be careful. And the Guardian monster, who is one of those fat-ass watchers, will immediately aggro as soon as that door is open, if he hasn't already. There we go. I think that takes care of the dogs. Okay, let's go for it. Love how the blood stain stays perfectly still, even as the door is going up. Peek in, run out. Yeah, don't underestimate the strength of these pathetic little turds. You saw before, half my health with one fucking hit. Makes me think that their damage is actually percentage-based. Yeah. Yeah, these hooded ones, the ones with the big long scythes or staves, tend to be a lot more careful. They're generally back away until they can attack you in a group. Like that jerk off over there. I can hear a boulder trap somewhere nearby. Might be in the next area, because I know it's not here. Can't believe that missed. Okay, you need to be a little faster here. Or not, whatever, just fuck with me. See, this is why I don't like fat people. Because of this guy and Roadhog. Santa Claus makes up for him, though. Yeah, I should rephrase that. That's why I don't like fat people in video games. That's right, Twitch, you fat turd. The maggots are trying to crawl out of your ass. So now we can go to the Hintertombs. And, I think I'll do Lower Pthumeru next before I do the Hintertombs. Well, I'm not really sure what order I'm going to... Wait a minute. I came from this direction. There has to be a way out. I'm not sure what order I'm going to do the dungeons in, but I do know what order I'm going to show the videos in. Oh. Yeah, that's a blood bug. 1, 2, 3 rooms away, and he's spawned right on top of where Fatty died. I'm a little concerned, though, because I think he's probably going to be facing directly at the door. Yeah, this could be a problem for me. Thankfully, their perceptual range is very small and narrow. As long as you come at them from 90-degree angle from where they're facing or behind them, shouldn't be too tough. Now, how much more is it going to take for me to kill you compared to the one on depth 1? Exactly one more hit. And I didn't even get anything from him. That's the bitch of it. Even if they do spawn a blood bug, there's no guarantee they'll actually drop anything when you kill them. Yeah, you want to listen for that slurpy noise. Oh. Don't forget your magic stick. Oh, did you fall? And you barely took any fall damage at all. You were on the 3rd floor and you fell all the way down here. And you only lost that tiny little scrap of health. I think I'll be able to get to the... There's got to be a door up there. I might be able to get up to the 3rd floor from the next area. That looks like a solid wall. That looks like... Yeah, that looks like a solid wall. That looks like a solid wall. And I think that looks like a solid one, too. Yeah, I think they just put that guy up there to fuck with me and that I can't actually get up there.